I would never wish what I went through on my worst enemy. It all started when I was a child. My parents would spend an abundant amount of money on drugs, which caused us to eventually be evicted from our home. This forced us to live in a homeless shelter for a few months. We would continue to move place to place. Throughout those years, my dad overdosed many times. This eventually resulted in my family calling Child, Youth, and Family Services, who investigate all allegations of child abuse and neglect. Thankfully, my grandparents took me in, so I did not have to be put in a foster home. Years later, when I was in 9th grade, I came home from school just like any normal day. I walked in my house to see my entire family waiting for me. My mom told me that my dad overdosed on drugs. I felt terrible, but my mom only ever had my dad, so I knew I'd have to be strong for her. My dad received pension checks and disability, so I knew my mom would suffer financially. Right away, my family and I sent her to rehab and moved her to my uncle's house so she did not have to worry about paying for a home to live in. Once my mom was clean, everything was great. Or at least I thought so. One morning during my senior year, my friends were talking about a body that was found in an abandoned school building. I kept thinking how horrible that family must feel. I soon found out that family was mine. She was doing drugs with her friends in that building. She overdosed and they left her. With neither of my parents providing any life insurance, financially, I'm on my own. I have no one that can help me with college. If my parents had life insurance, I would have more help pursuing my college career. My grandparents could not help me with college because they can barely pay for their own health care and car insurance. After they paid for both my parents' funerals, my grandparents' savings were gone. The child welfare checks I was receiving stopped when I was 18. But all that money was used to take care of me. I want to live a life of being financially stable, something I've never experienced. With the life I had with my parents, I know I never want to go through that again. Thankfully, I'm steering away from that and making a better future for myself. I'm one of the people in charge of a sign language club at my school. I help special needs kids learn sign language to better their communication, and I also tutor twice a week. This past summer, I made a difference in children's lives by working at Camp Lutherland as a support staff and camp counselor. I work long hours to help support my grandparents financially, and I've committed to my dream school, University of Kentucky, with a major in biology. The University of Kentucky did not offer me as much aid that I need to be able to go there. This scholarship will help me not have to work during my first year, so I would be able to focus more on my studies. I do not want to drop out of my dream school because of financial need. I'm not letting money hold me back from my dreams, and I'll do whatever it takes to reach my goals and make my parents proud.